Time for the United States Grand Prix. Oyinkro on pole, we at Marshall in second place. Nunez all the way down in fifth place. Oyinkro's got a bit of room to work with here. If he wins the race today and Nunez finishes down in fifth, he could officially be back in the championship fight, especially if Sari, who is down in P15, and Nahel over in P16, finish in their respective qualifying positions. That could be huge for the championship. And the way it swings today, Akil Tahif, I think that's how you pronounce it, he starts all the way down in P20. And the formation lap's been completed, and all we wait for is those 5 little red lights here in Texas. And the United States Grand Prix is officially underway. It's a good getaway from Oyinkro up at the front. He is clear and clean sailing into turn 1. We at Marshall having a look down the inside at turn 1, but he's not able to get the move. Another big collision, and there's a spinner over there. Ali out of the Grand Prix, Monkey on Cloud out of the Grand Prix at turn 1 of lap 1 here. Both parked up in the middle of the track, and the virtual safety car out within just a few corners at the start of this one. Here comes Alex Lovell looking down the inside of Vesteo at the hairpin. They made contact, and into the barriers goes the Canadian off the track, taking Vesteo out with him, but he survives and still lives to tell the tale up in P5. He is going to have to pit maybe soon for some damage. Here comes now, looking around the outside of Sari. They're almost not giving room at all there to the inside. The virtual safety car's back out, and it's Chapel Leclerc and Maxa in his first race in Formula 1 as a Koenigsegg debutant, affiliate driver, reserve driver. He is out of the Grand Prix. Of course, it's to be expected at such a hard track like this, but it's a sad way to go at such an early point in this race. Oyinkro still leads up at the front. Vettel fan serving a drive-through penalty for a collision on that one. Here comes Sari looking for the overtake on the Mercedes of Vesteo. He's fallen back after the damage he received on lap 1, looking to go for the switchback on both of them, and he gets the move on 1, gets the move on 2. What an overtake there from Sari. Up he goes into P8 of Vesteo, looking down the inside of the Ferrari. There they made contact at the corner, and they're both off the track. Vesteo once more at the same corner. Before he was the victim, now he's the culprit of the collision there at the hairpin, and once again he survives, but he's got a 5-second penalty to his name. Here goes Keith across the line, making an overtake on the Skittles as they make their way into turn 1. Skittles trying to make the move down the inside, but he's too far back, and it's a wonderful move there from the reserve driver over at Red Bull as the Vesteo pits. And here comes Turbo, and there's a collision there. Nahel has hit Sari, and that is huge for the championship. 2 protagonists collide here at the hairpin, that dangerous corner, and Nahel has practically put Sari out of championship contention with 3 rounds to go after this one. Here comes Oyinkro, moving through the last part of his lap. His tyres are starting to degrade quite a bit. Collision caused, and there's the 2 McLarens, the papayas, coming together here at the same hairpin that we've seen many come cross and come tricky today. Big collision between them as we at Marshall going into the pit lane. Are they trying to undercut the Red Bull driver with Marshall and try to back him up into Nunez later in this race? They could have a bit of a duel and fight later on, as there goes Cornwell also coming into the pit lane. He is putting on the soft tyres, so he might be able to get an undercut on the cars ahead, as there goes Keith on the straight, making his way past Octavia. She tries to use the battery to defend, but it's not enough, and it's another brilliant move there from the rookie here in Formula 1. Here comes Oyinkro. It looks like he's going to be peeling into the pit lane, going extra slow to that final corner, making sure no mistakes are made as he finally comes in lap 11 of 28. Nunez also slowing down before the final corner to come in and serve his first pit stop of the race as we at Marshall, moving through the last part of the lap. What can he do? Can he undercut the Red Bull up ahead as he's rounding the final corner now? And Oyinkro just about making his way out the pit lane. We have Marshall on the straight. He's at full throttle. Oyinkro still has to get up the gears as they make their way into turn 1. And Marshall will be a bit closer than before, but the crucial thing is he is on the soft tyre, so he could have to be doing some chasing. And it's now a checkerboard of Red Bull and Porsche. Nahel into the pit lane now. he's ended and crushed Sari's hopes of a good result today, and now he is not on for a good result today, having to pit for damage. This is crucial for the championship of Nahel. He is about to get up into the points, but it could be disturbed by this Red Bull. Into the final corner they go. Takif looking for the overtake, and he gets it done. On the inside, a bit of contact made between the two of them, but onto the straight is going to be Nahel, looking for the move on the Red Bull, looking for the move. Oh no, very close there, the Ford Performance, and he's spun it. He's locked up into the first corner, and he's off the track and into the barriers, and it's a collision that has proved deathly and fatal in terms of the liveliness of his car, and he is now out of the Grand Prix, and that means that Nubert Nunes will gain a substantial amount of points in the championship compared to anyone today. He will be your championship leader after this race, no matter what. And here comes Takif again, looking now for the move on Skittles. He's had a very good race today, and it's going to be another simple move around up the inside. He goes, and he's locked up, and Skittles give it a 5-second penalty, and he's mounted on the wall sideways. He cannot get it going again, and Takif trying to make his way back onto the track as well. And Skittles, he's out of the Grand Prix. There was no way getting out of that big collision there between the two of them. Takif has managed to survive that one and get it back onto the track, but he's been overtaken by Resteo up ahead of him. Here comes Wyatt Marshall into the pit lane again, and seemingly team orders here. Wyatt Marshall called into the pit lane. Nubert Nunes taking second place. It's been clear that Wyatt Marshall cannot catch up to the Red Bull, so he's been called in as well as Cornwell, following a similar strategy to him. Here comes Cornwell. He's gaining drastically on the Porsche. The Wyatt Marshall comes in, and he's got a puncture. Wyatt Marshall is a good result so far. Up to third he was, but now it's all come to an end. A puncture to the right rear, and that means he'll have to pit for another set of tyres, but he's pit for the softs again, which means he'll probably get disqualified at the end of this race for not using multiple different tyres, and the same goes for Cornwell. Here comes Oyinkro, lap 28 of 28. He was 30 points behind in the championship before this race, and although that will only come down by 7 points today, he has proven what a force he can be in the championship and how he can make the difference in races like these. As he rounds the final corner, it's another win for the Brits. His third race win of the season. He wins the United States Grand Prix, and Nubert Nunes, up in second place, will lead the championship by a brilliant amount of points to Nahel or Oyinkro in second after this one. The results have not been calculated yet, but it's a brilliant result for the Porsche. And Cornwell, it is going to be third place on track, but he might be disqualified from this one.